Some players are so lucky that they get drafted to championship contenders. But in this case, this player might be the unluckiest in NBA history. Taylor about the fucking flex. No, this video is not about Brandon Knight. Brandon Knight isn't unlucky in my eyes. He's just straight up cursed. I've never seen a decent player on the wrong side of so many highlights. This video is about Anderson Varejao and his unluckiness when it comes to the NBA Finals. Varejao was always an average big man in the NBA. An average player like him usually doesn't get this many chances at being an NBA champion. But he got plenty of them. And his team always found a way to lose. In the 2007 NBA Finals, the Cavs were swept by the Spurs. Anderson Varejao was the backup center on this team that LeBron basically carried. The whole series is very ugly and is known as one of the biggest blowouts in Finals history. In the 2015 NBA Finals, the Cavs lost to the Warriors 4-2 in an interesting series. A lot happened from 2008 to 2014. When LeBron was there, the Cavs were favored pretty much every season, but they can never break through and win. LeBron also ended up leaving to the Heat, winning 2 titles with them during that time, but he did come back to give Cleveland hope once again, and hope they had, as they might have had a tough road, but they got to the finals. With all injuries and everything, they still had a chance to win the championship, but they ended up losing, like I said. Now here's where things get interesting. In the 2015-2016 season, Anderson Varejao started off with the Cavaliers, but he was traded to the Portland Trail Blazers, and he was instantly released by them, and then picked up by the Golden State Warriors, who ended up going 73-9. They were the clear favorites to win the championship after setting a historical record for regular season wins. And when it got to the finals, a story came up that Anderson Varejao could get a ring either way because he played enough games with the Cavaliers and he was on the Warriors roster. So he qualified to get a ring either way. So you're wondering, how could this guy be so unlucky if he qualified to get a ring either way if his team won or lost? Well, this is how. So his team was up 3-1, the Warriors. We all know what happened. They blew the 3-1 lead. LeBron and Kyrie led the incredible comeback to win 4-3 in a 7-game series. That is one for the ages. And since the Cavaliers won, Anderson Varejao didn't get a ring from the Warriors. He still qualified though, like I've been saying. Keep in mind, Anderson Varejao spent basically his whole career as a Cleveland Cavalier, 11.5 seasons, and they did not win a championship. And then halfway through the season, he leaves, or he gets traded, and they just win a championship? Maybe he's just unlucky. But he declined it because he felt like it was a pity ring, and he didn't really deserve it, because he didn't do anything in the finals. But even if the Warriors won, he didn't do anything for them either. This is where it gets pretty funny. In the 2017 NBA season, the Warriors were almost a lock for the championship. They were totally unstoppable, and everyone knew it was basically going to happen. And Anderson Varejao was on the roster. That was until February 3rd of this season, where he was waived by the Warriors and wasn't picked up by a team for the rest of the season. And yeah, everyone knows the Warriors won the championship in dominating fashion, beating the Cavaliers in 5 games. And it's crazy. This guy had a chance to win a ring 3 straight years in a row and lost every single one. He wasn't a part of the team for the last one and didn't play enough games to qualify for it. So we could just call him very unlucky. There are also a lot of alternate possibilities for him to win the championship that are pretty fun to think of. So Anderson Varejao was drafted in 2004 as the first pick in the 2nd round. But in this draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves had to vacate their pick. That's not really that important to Anderson Varejao, but it's important to me when I say that 3 picks before him, the Los Angeles Lakers selected a player. And in the next season, they went to the finals, losing. But they eventually won in 2009 and 2010. So maybe Anderson Varejao could have had 2 rings with the Lakers. And then another possibility, 2 picks before him, the San Antonio Spurs were drafting, and they were just coming off of an NBA championship. And from the time span until now, they won in 2005, 2007 against his Cavaliers, and in 2014. So maybe it's possible that Anderson Varejao could have had 3 rings with the Spurs if things fell his way. But they didn't. And right now, Anderson Varejao is basically 0-4 in the NBA Finals and is struggling to even get signed by a team. So, we could just call him the unluckiest player in NBA history. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, like and subscribe like always, and comment what you thought about it. I really appreciate all the support, and as always, I'll catch you guys next time.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you want make me another reaction about that, kung hindi nyo po naiintindihan, sorry, kung gusto nyo po ako makita ulit na mag-record ng isang video again, give a like and see you guys later.